Good morning. Let's turn the light on, shall we? That's better. How the devil are you doing this fine day? Me? Well, as you probably tell by the fact that I've left the light off and I've got the wrong camera setting on, I'm somewhere between exhausted and exhilarated this morning. Last night's breakfast show after dark was a belter, he said modestly. It felt like the unscripted format finally came of age last night. I'm not sure whether it was the topics that we discussed or the fact that our regular viewers now know what to expect, but whatever it was, I barely slept last night. I was still mulling over some of the topics discussed and some of the comments made during the show way into the wee small hours, and also into the wee small hours. I was still receiving messages to say how much people enjoyed the show, which was fantastic to see. Now, normally we upload our After Dark shows over to YouTube unlisted, purely so that I can check back to see what was discussed in months and years to come. But on this occasion, we're going to make an exception and we're going to make this one public. Sometime later this morning, you'll be able to view the whole show. So if you missed it, you can catch up over on YouTube. If you took part, you can remind yourself just how good your name looked on the screen. We'll be revisiting one of the topics discussed last night a bit later in the show. But until then, let me roll the intro, post the question of the day, and get this show on the road. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. I'm your host, Mark Anthony. It is Thursday, the 6th of October, and as that remarkably persistent guy just said, welcome to the Breakfast Show. I am your host, Mark Anthony. In today's show, the International Powered Access Federation continues to set the safety standard, and the demolition industry would do well to take note. Kubota announces a major factory expansion to meet global demand for mini excavators. Women in construction, despite what everyone would have you believe, it's not a new thing, particularly in Bonny, Scotland. And we're taking not one, but two stops on the road to Bauma. Plus, we're going to be looking at how Volvo is using electric machines to assist electric motorsport. And we'll get to all that in just a second. But first, let us see who among the rich and the shameless will be celebrating a birthday on this day of days. Happy birthday! And it's many happy returns to Norwegian explorer Thor Heyerdahl, and to cricket player and commentator Richie Benaud, one of the most familiar voices on the TV when I was growing up. Happy birthday also to England cricket captain Tony Greig, actress Elizabeth Shue, and to footballer Noah Quinn. But far more importantly, a very happy birthday to former boxer Ricky the Hitman Hatton. Many happy returns to them, one and all. You know that age-old question, if a tree falls in the forest and there's no one around to hear it, does it make a sound? Of course you do. And of course it does. The answer is undoubtedly yes. So if an accident or fatality happens on a UK demolition site and no one gets to hear about it, did it really happen? Once again, obviously, the answer is an unequivocal. I'm going to try that word one more time. Once again, the answer is an unequivocal yes. The bag capable of containing the news of a serious accident or fatality has yet to be invented. The news will get out. It might not come out with much in the way of detail or explanation. It might be impossible to get it confirmed, but trust me, that news is getting out, even if it's when the health and safety executive reveal it all a decade or so down the line. Yet the UK demolition industry, most of it anyway, still likes to throw a cloak of secrecy over any incident that might make the company involved look bad. There have been several attempts over the years, and most notably and most recently by Institute of Demolition Engineers President Richard Dolman, to document accidents, to share information, and to use each incident as a learning opportunity for the industry. To the best of my knowledge, all such attempts have so far failed. Now, compare and contrast that with the powered access sector. The International Powered Access Federation has been gathering and sharing accident stats for more than a decade now. And rather than resting on its laurels, IPAF, the International Powered Access Federation, has now unveiled an enhanced accident reporting dashboard. Members and non-members who log data in the International Powered Access Federation accident reporting portal. Let me try that again. Members and non-members who log data in the International Powered Access Federation Accident Reporting Portal are now able to access improved dashboard functions that allow them to track their own safety statistics against the wider industry, following extensive work behind the scenes to enhance and update the portal's user interface. That's what that interface looks like. Brian Parker, IPAF Head of Safety and Technical Comments. Until now, IPAF offered a limited interface for viewing reports via the portal, with logged-in users only able to view charts making the incidents reported by a company as a proportion of the total, which allowed rough benchmarking against overall industry trends. However, after extensive development work, we are pleased to announce that those using the incident reporting dashboards can now apply multiple filters that will give a snapshot of member company incidents entered against all database entries, which of course are completely anonymized, so no company or individual can be identified. It's a crucial point, that is. Let me press that. There we are. Currently, we are receiving 600 reports a year from more than 40 countries worldwide. By offering a quick and simple way for member companies to tailor their own database and readouts, we hope this will assist in making those activities safer, giving something back to our members in the rental industry who have been enthusiastic supporters of IPAF's accident reporting since day one. While the gathering of information on accidents is laudable, this is the real kicker. Peter Douglas, CEO and Managing Director of IPAF, says, "We use the incident database to inform all the work we do at IPAF, including updating our globally recognized training and forming the basis of our worldwide safety campaigns." Now, call me old-fashioned, but to me, that seems like a much better use of membership fees than conventions in Monte Carlo and a knees up at a swanky London hotel. Then again, maybe that's just me. Now, we've had a couple of comments this morning, and I'm going to get to them very quickly because they do pertain to the piece that I was just on there. Our question of the day was, should accident reports be shared and be transparent so that we can learn from them? And Gary Muirhead, quick off the mark as ever, Gary has said, yes, definitely. If we don't talk about it, we'll never learn how to stop it happening again. Al Grierson, who should surely be at work by now over in Luxembourg, says it's the perfect balance between transparency to create learning opportunities and identify risks, along with discretion by not exposing individuals or companies. Well said, Al. Now, both of those were in attendance last night, and I'm pleased to say that they were for our After Dark show. And quite a bit of last night's After Dark show discussion was given over to the gender imbalance that continues to exist within the UK demolition and construction industries. Now that excuse me one second. Now, that gender imbalance has been politicised in recent years. It's become a point of contention within the industry. And yet, as last night's show highlighted, there are plenty of women making their way in the industry, and as the following film proves, they've been doing so for quite some time.
My name is Amanda McGrillis and my business is Loman Plant Limited. My mother, Sandra Easton, started Loman Plant in 1988. She started off with 6 machines and 6 men. I joined 2 years later and my brother Ross joined 2 years after that. Since then, we've worked together and grown the business from strength to strength. Loman Plant are a family-run business. We have recently opened up a depot in the northwest of England. We're using the same work ethic and method as we do in Scotland, and we hope to eventually roll that out into other areas of England to hopefully grow the business. Loman Plant hires operated and self-drive plant. We hire these from our 3 depots in Scotland. We deal with a variety of customers from construction to house building, utility, local authorities, the public sector. We have from 1 tonne to 8 tonne mini excavators, 3 CX backhoe loaders, 13 and 22 tonne tracked excavators, 16 tonne wheeled excavators and a range of dumpers and rollers. We've been purchasing JCB products for over 20 years and compact excavators for just over 10 years. Compact excavators are crucial to our business. They make up 50% of our fleet. We've seen this market grow recently, over the last 3 years especially. This market's doubled for us. I've seen the biggest change probably within the 86C, especially with regards to the new Ecomax engine, the Tier 4 engine. It's very fuel efficient, it's economical, and we've seen a 10% saving in fuel with regards to this. This is something that we've been able to pass back to our customers. The best feature about a JCB compact excavator is its build quality and its versatility. I would recommend the JCB compact excavators. JCB is a global brand. It's obviously known worldwide and it's British built. Lumen Plant is greatly supported by our local dealer Scott JCB. Their backup service and support is absolutely second to none. We've got a long-standing relationship that we've had for many years. They understand our business needs and they understand our market. They're very good at providing any plant that we need at very short notice. We have great trust in them. Lumen's fleet is 100% JCB. I think that speaks for itself.
Now, first of all, I want to say a massive thank you to our regular viewer, Gary Muirhead, for drawing our attention to that film. He mentioned it on the show last night and then he sent me the link to it this morning, which is why we've played it. Two other things. First of all, that film is actually about 5 years old, I think, which is why the lady in question there was talking about stage 5 compliant engines before anyone gets uptight about that. And she was also talking about the growth of all things compact excavator, which kind of leads us into our next item after this.
The Miller GT series heralds a new era of unrivaled power and cutting-edge intelligent coupler technology, increasing job site safety, machine versatility, and productivity. It's the added versatility that you need at the value you can afford. To find out more, visit millergroundbreaking.com.
Now, you see how this show just flows together. Callum McIntosh from the Scottish Plant Owners Association has just pointed out that Sandra Easton, Amanda's mother, the lady that was just featured in the Loman Plant Hire film there, was the first woman to join the SPOA Executive Committee. It's like we plan these things, isn't it? Nigel Williams has just commented, I'm going to throw this up very quickly, I haven't read it, but I've seen women in construction with boots on the ground all my working life. As I said last night, they're uninterested in 50-50 representation in bricklayers and sewage tanker operators, but great interest in C-suite positions of power and influence. It's an interesting take, Mr. Williams. Still enjoying your mug, by the way. Right, it's been a big week. It's been a big week generally, but it's been a big week for Japanese equipment manufacturers. First, we had the news that Kobelco was suspending the sale of excavators here in Europe amidst an unfolding engine emissions scandal. And now comes the news that while Kobelco has applied the brake, Kubota is just about to hit the accelerator. What's the story, Reg?
Kubota Corporation has unveiled plans for a £100 million expansion of its Hirakata plant, the company's main mini-excavator manufacturing facility in Japan. The expansion will see Kubota increase its annual production capability from 48,000 to 78,000 units, helping tackle not only the high demand across Europe and North America, but also the future demand predicted in Asia and other emerging markets. Expanding production capabilities by more than 60% ensures Kubota UK will be able to continue providing its customers with good lead times and access to the latest mini-excavator technologies as demand increases, says Rob White, Division Manager, Construction, Kubota UK. And of course, all of this will continue to be supported through our vital dealer network and after-sales offering to ensure Kubota remains first choice in the UK and Ireland for mini-excavators. As part of the new expansion, an entirely new building will be erected and focus on the painting and assembly of the machines, streamlining the manufacturing process and creating more workspace, allowing for more machining and welding equipment. The new facility will an area of 12,150 square meters. Kubota expects the start of operations for the assembly line to commence in Q4 2024, with the painting line becoming operational a year later, in Q4 of 2025.
Yeah, as Nick Drew said on social media yesterday, I think the fine folks at Kubota should now be considering a construction collective fact-finding mission to see that factory expansion in progress. Kubota, if you're watching, and if you're not, why the hell not? You know where to find us.
Since the finance bill came into effect in April, the construction industry has seen a surge of fuel thefts. The rising cost of living has placed an additional risk of theft by employees and contractors, as well as opportunistic thieves. By using diesel dye and placing warnings of its use, you are sending a clear message that this is your fuel.
With the opening of Bauma 2022 now drawing inexorably closer, product launch information is now coming through these doors thick and fast. And to help stem the tide today, we're making not one but two steps on the road, two stops, should I say, on the road to Bauma. In the second, we'll be looking at those masters of the quirky machine, Wacker Neuson. But first, we're checking out how telematics is being applied in the field of cranes. Yeah, I'm going to leave Tristan Mays over at cranehub.net to report on all that weird crane stuff while I go and take a look at the real equipment with Wacker Neuson. Incidentally, while we're here, and I'm not sure if he is, but we're going to say it anyway, very quick congratulations to Tristan Mays, who has just picked up his 20,000th LinkedIn subscriber. He really is putting me to shame. A couple of comments on the Wacker Neuson thing there. First up is Nigel Williams. I love the Wacker Neuson range. Some things need a bit more thought for the guerrilla type ground workers, but they really do make nice kit. Totally agree. And I'm pleased to announce that I'm not going to announce it. I'm just going to tell you. My son Fred is actually doing some work with Wacker Neuson over at Bauma. So watch this space. Did I just see an entire Wacker Neuson rotating cab like the new Mechalak cab? I don't know, to be perfectly honest. I've now watched that video about 6 times and I didn't notice, which just goes to show I don't really pay attention. And I have a very, very poor attention span. Now, where were we? Yes, I know where we were. We're going to talk all things electric, sort of. Here on the Breakfast Show, we talk endlessly about the electrification of construction and demolition equipment. But we are far from unique, obviously. That switch to alternative and cleaner fuels is slowly permeating every aspect of our lives, even the highly competitive world of motorsports. And it would be weird, I guess, if an all-electric sport were supported by equipment that was still guzzling diesel and spewing smoke, right? Thankfully, electric motorsport has the support of Volvo.
Electric racing is new, it's a new technology, and it brings new challenges around safety, and we have to adapt to that and create new tools.
Volvo Construction Equipment has made a commitment to push both motorsport and our industry forward when it comes to safety and sustainability.
Volvo will help us, and they are really proactive in helping us, so that's great. That's what we're looking for in such a partnership.
Without this tilt rotator and this type of tool, rescuing the cars in the fast and efficient way that we do now, maybe it wouldn't even be possible.
This tool allowing us to remove the car in a safe and efficient way is really what we were looking for, to add the electric safety on top of the efficiency.
I have a very quick question. Completely unrelated, well, largely unrelated from what we've just seen. If you're into electric motorsports, are you still considered a petrol head?
Sorry to interrupt the guy with the funny glasses, but if you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button as it helps our channel. Or, better still, share this video with a friend or a colleague. Thank you. Right, back to Beardy.
Right, that pretty much wraps up the main part of this morning's show. I'm going to roll the outro in just a second before leaping gazelle-like over into the chat to see what you're all saying today. If you can't stick around for that, then please stay safe, look after yourself, your family, your friends, and your colleagues. Blah-de-blah-de-blah. Have a great day, and thanks for watching. But if you do have the time and the inclination, I'll see you on the other side of this when it looks like we're going to be talking about accident reporting. Quite a bit. See you on the other side of this.